What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pop's Culture. I'm Sun,
And I'm Pops.
and this is episode 97.
97?
It's 97.
Seven,
Yeah,
seven, seven, 90. Oh, this doesn't work. But 97. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're back from our bye week,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
ready.
We are ready. We are ready. We are coming at you live and correct. Oh man. So
What do we do?
what
Yeah,
we
what do
do
we do on the
here
show?
at what we do here at Sun and Pop's Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, anime, and a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Sun and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Sun and Pop's Culture. There we have highlights, full visual episodes of the show, and other stuff that we do with the show. But you can always feel free to hit us up or DM us, if you want us to talk about a certain something or just want to chat, because we love hearing from you guys.
Yeah, we love getting feedback from our listeners. It's one of our favorite things.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. And I guess we'll start where we always start with this week's drink.
Yes, this week's drink.
This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we like. Because either way, we
We
gon'
gonna
drink.
drink.
What do you have for the people this week, buddy?
This week, it's the first week of October, so spooky season is official.
Spooky season.
Yeah, you
Okay.
never heard that?
Yeah, I have, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
just I've only heard of it in the last couple years, so it's very interesting to me. I feel like it's something that your generation has embraced. The
Yeah,
idea of spooky season. I'm like, oh,
I agree.
okay. I'm like, it's just fall to me, but okay. I'm like, but okay, go ahead. So,
But yeah, because of it's October, I got the Samuel Adams Oktoberfest.
oh, okay,
I got
okay.
their brew,
The
which I
brew
poured it in my glass, and it's dark.
is dark. Yeah, it is. Is that a
Yeah.
lager? Is it a lager or is it a
I'm guessing since it's for Oktoberfest.
hmm?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
It just is literally October, hearty and smooth.
We'll have to look up the origins of Oktoberfest because they just had it up here a couple weeks ago. And I think last weekend.
It's a
No,
German
no, it
thing.
wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before last. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. So it was Oktoberfest with a K. October with a K.
That's because it's German.
Yeah. So I'd love to see
Yeah.
what the origins of that is.
Yeah.
Well, what I have, whoo boy, you're not ready for this. Got some Gator Light Zero. It's Gatorade's electrolyte drink.
Nice.
As you know, when I got back from my trip last week, I said I was done drinking for a month.
Yes, you did.
So I'm a weekend and I'm having drank. So I'm going to sip on this Gatorade tonight.
During a sober October.
Funny you said that because I went to your uncle's yesterday to watch the UFC fights, and when I got home, your mom was already in bed, and I got in bed and she was like, "Did you drink?" And I was like, "No, I didn't drink." And she was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Mm." And then she said, it's sober October. And I went, "Oh, that's funny." I was like, that's not why I did it. I just did it because I was like,
yeah,
I think I'll just take a break. We got that wedding coming up in a month. And I was like, I just think I'll just take a break. So
I'm only doing this because I had leftovers of them. So,
okay.
so since you're not drinking on the show for a month, I'll see what I get next week.
See how you do. You mean you don't
Yeah.
have to stop for me. And I'm only drinking this Gatorade
Maybe
because
don't mind.
I just went to the gym prior to this, so I figured I might as well try to load up on my electrolytes because I'm gonna be sweating in the morning. So yeah. So anyways, bud, it's been a couple weeks. What do we got for the people?
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long episode, so buckle up because we have some trailers that happened, some potential news,
Some rumors,
of casting, some rumors, a lot of reviews. And that's about it. But all of them are going to take some time. So just, yeah, get ready for that.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy.
And I guess we can start with the poll results from the last 2 weeks. Every Saturday, I ask the fans a question, and they can, share their thoughts. So last week, like I said, it's October now. I asked. I'm trying to keep with the trivia and the
Hmm.
polls Halloween theme. If you couldn't tell,
Yeah, kind of.
okay. I mean, I I asked them last week what was the best slasher movie,
Hmm.
and the options were Halloween, Friday the 13th, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream. And to my surprise, it was a tie for first place.
Really?
Yeah, Halloween and Scream tied.
Really?
Yeah, 32%.
Wow. I voted for Nightmare on Elm Street. Be honest with you.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised you did.
I thought about. You said it was Halloween and it was Scream.
Friday the 13th.
Friday.
Yeah, this tie. Yeah, the tie.
I thought about Scream, but then I
Yeah.
was like, Wes Craven made both of those movies, so I was like, I should vote for Nightmare on Elm Street. But he make Halloween too.
No,
That was John Carpenter.
Carpenter.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I can see the tie. I mean, Halloween's
I
Halloween.
love Scream. I vote.
Yeah. Scream's dope. I mean, I feel like Scream reinvigorated the whole slasher film thing.
It did.
You know, it really did. I remember that Halloween. Oh, you're going to be the guy from Scream, huh? That's cool. Like,
Yeah.
'cause it was like everybody you talked to. I'm gonna get the Scream mask, and I'm like, yeah, no kidding. Wow,
Yeah,
really?
It was tough.
Yeah. How OG is that? But yeah.
Now you still see it every.
Yeah.
That's one of those classic costumes.
Yeah. I haven't seen the most recent 2 Screams or 1. They had
2.
1. 2.
They made 2.
Yeah, I haven't, but I would like to. You know.
I heard they're solid.
Yeah. So, but Nightmare on Elm Street was the first like, you know, I'm chicken shit. So the first slasher, I mean, it's
Heard
not a
that
secret.
stuff.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
secret. The first
Yeah.
slasher movies I was able to watch was Nightmare on Elm Street 3 to be exact.
Yeah.
And it like really intrigued me. I think that's what it was, why I could watch it, because the idea of somebody going into your dreams and killing you in your sleep, and so you gotta try to stay awake. That really was like, wow, like pretty intense to me. It wasn't just like you're running to get away. It was like, no,
Yeah.
like this is a problem. You will eventually have to sleep. So I dug Freddy Krueger. Like I dug
That's
it.
creative. It's creative for sure.
Yeah, and I never had Freddy Krueger nightmares. So yeah, there's that. But
That's good.
but yeah, and I think I saw Friday the 13th 3 at the drive-in, which you did that question. When did he first wear the mask?
Yeah, when did Jason Voorhees first wear his iconic mask?
And I did not know that was the first time he wore the hockey mask.
Yeah.
I remember my cousin Richard geeking out about how cool it was. I remember that, but I didn't know. I was only in like 2nd grade. I didn't know like this is a big deal, you know. So
yeah, because in the first one he's not even the killer.
Yeah, it's his mother.
And the second one he has the sack over
the
his head.
sack. That's
He's
right.
dressed as like a farmer.
That's right. Yeah, that's the one I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen the second one.
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad. The first one's good.
Bad.
The first one's good. I mean, Kevin Bacon's in it. But
that one actually got last place on the poll. I was surprised.
And they made like 10 of those motherfuckers too.
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
I mean, so that makes me wonder though, what wonder why they switched over to the hockey mask.
I don't know.
You know, because then that became his iconic look, was the hockey mask.
Everyone knows him as that.
Yeah, but interesting. Yeah. So yeah, it is spooky season.
Yeah.
And
we also had a poll from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best classic monster or movie monster.
Yeah.
And
it was Dracula.
First place was Frankenstein.
What?
Yeah, Surprising.
Really?
First place was Frankenstein.
We just don't know our people then. Damn.
Second place was the Wolfman,
Yeah, buddy.
and then Dracula, and Creature from the Black Lagoon was last.
Did he get any votes?
He did.
Really?
He got 8%.
Oh, wow.
Which I was surprised. I thought he'd get none. So
yeah, when I voted
for him, respect.
Yeah, when I voted for him, he had none. So
yeah,
I was like when he
I
voted, when
didn't
I voted,
know anyone.
Yeah,
I've never seen those movies.
I haven't either. But did you see The Shape of Water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I haven't. But I know it's like that's him.
Yeah, that's him. It's pretty cool. It's actually a really good movie. But I voted for the Wolfman. Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Dracula. Actually.
Dracula.
Yeah, he's iconic.
He's Dracula.
That concept of how we look at vampires in movies.
Yeah, I mean, Bela Lugosi. I told you when I was a little kid growing up in West End, my friend was like, it was Halloween. I said, "What you gonna be?" He's like, "I'm gonna be a Dracula." He didn't say a vampire. He said a Dracula. and he came out with the wildest homemade Dracula costume ever. Because there ain't nothing like a good homemade costume, buddy. There ain't nothing like it. I think he bought the teeth. That was about it. Everything else was else was just thrown together. But
to make do with it.
Yeah, he did look dope though. I was like, let's go. I forget what I think I was here. I was Michael Jackson. Oh my God. Which was just as homemade. It was just as homemade. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah.
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
You won this one.
Michael Jackson, yeah. They guessed me pretty quick at the Halloween party in 4th grade. They guessed who I was pretty fast. But yeah.
That makes sense. I was like, his peak.
I was 83 or 80. I think it was 4th grade when I went as Michael Jackson. I think. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so Frankenstein won. I really don't even know what to say to that. I really don't.
I respect it. You know, if you like the book, God bless you. I mean, it's a tough read, but it's interesting concept.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, I should have said Frankenstein's monster. I messed up.
Well, people would have been confused because most people think Frankenstein's monster is Frankenstein. Yeah, I knew who you meant. The doctor.
Yeah, I mean everyone. I think that's like a Mandela effect, right?
Yeah, it is.
Everyone thinks his name's Frankenstein, but no, he's the monster.
Yeah, he's the monster.
Yeah. That's so interesting how that happened. But that was our poll. So if you don't know that happens, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, buddy. So you want to get
into the trailers?
The trailers? Or you want to do our RIPs?
Yeah. Let's start on a sounder note, I guess.
Yeah, we had a lot. We lost a lot of people while we were on hiatus. I don't know how else to say it. I just want to, take a moment to acknowledge them. In the sporting world, we lost Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle, baseball fans. I really don't know what to say because his career was very controversial. But true baseball fans always seem to defend him when they talk about him because they said the way he played exemplified like how you played the game. That's why they called him Charlie Hustle. There was the whole gambling scandal and the fact that he bet against his own team and things like that. I really don't know what to say. He's still not in the Hall of Fame. Some people think it's an injustice. I can't comment either way. But my baseball heads love him. That's all I know. That's one thing I will say. I've never heard a baseball fan say anything bad about Pete Rose, regardless of what happened. So
he's a controversial figure.
That has to say something. But about him, Dikembe Mutombo, Hall of Fame center. He was known for the waving the finger after he blocked your shot. Yeah, he had like a low scoring percentage in his career, but he had a lot of blocks.
Yeah,
and it's funny because Dikembe was African. I forget where he was from in Africa, and they never could really even peg down how old he was. Like straight up,
they didn't have records.
Yeah. So when he came to Georgetown, some people say he was like 25 when he got there.
Wow.
Like just crazy stuff. Like so, they're still not sure how old he was. When he got in the NBA, when he got to Georgetown, then the NBA, and like when he retired. But he was an intimidating figure, and he's one of the most mentioned basketball players in all of hip hop. People bring him up all the time. J. Cole has mentioned him. Kendrick has mentioned him. Jay-Z has mentioned him. Like he's that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace to Kembe Mutombo. Man, it was a lot, bud.
A lot of people are old, you know. They're just
Yeah. Well,
sun sets. So.
Maggie Smith, Professor
Yeah.
McGonagall of Harry Potter fame, passed away as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's all of Hogwarts now. Like that's
of all the professors.
Yeah, that's all the OGs, man. That's we lost both Dumbledores, Snape.
No. The original, the recast is still alive.
He's still alive. He is still alive. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hagrid.
Yeah.
Snape.
Yeah.
McGonagall. So they're all in Potter heaven now. So, I mean, she had a stellar career outside of Harry Potter as well. But cats like you and me, really, that's what I remember her most for. I'm sure I've seen her in other things, but that's what I remember her for.
Yeah.
But I did always think it was so crazy how integral to the story she was, like the first two books, and then how as the books went on and movies went on, you saw less and less of her.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't know it was like that in the books too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a big deal in the first few books how McGonagall was an animagus. Because there were only like 4 registered ones in all the Potterverse.
Yeah.
So, But so rest in peace. Maggie Smith, John Amos of Good Times, and Coming to America fame. He was McDowell. He was Cleo McDowell. Yeah, he passed away this week as well. He was kind of like the guy. There's like a long story about why he left Good Times, like why they killed his character off. I think it had to do with him butting heads with production, and that was a hit.
Happened. That's a common.
But that was a hit show at the time, and it was the '70s, bud. So that wasn't happening. Not with You see what I'm saying?
Killed off.
Yeah, and you're in the hit show. It's a black show, but it's a hit show. It'd be like Bill Cosby getting kicked off the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
So, but he had a respectable career.
Bad then.
It was something. He's one of them actors where I'd see other guys playing certain roles, and I'd be like, that's probably supposed to be John Amos. And I say that because you just watched The Last Dragon, and I swear Daddy Green was supposed to be John Amos. I swear it was, and he probably said no. Like Leroy's dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Like there's one actor that every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, I know that Morgan Freeman said no. Like every time I see this one dude, I'm like, Morgan Freeman said no, and they asked you. But anyways, and lastly, Chris Christopherson passed away. I told you, bud.
What was he in?
Chris Christopherson. Oh, Star is Born. I mean, he was an actor, musician.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was in Star is Born alongside Barbara Streisand. He was in the first Blade. He played Blade's mentor, Whistler. He's on that short list of white men that makes your grandma now go, So I would just look at her like, really, Mom? She'd be like, Chris Christopherson. I'd be like, okay, Mom.
You just got that.
I guess so. That unkempt beard, uncombed hair, just him and like Sam Elliott. Those are like the ones. But so yeah, I mean, rest in peace, Chris Christopherson. He was, I think, I think he was in the Highwaymen group with Johnny Cash. It was Johnny Cash,
cool.
Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, and what's the one? He's the last one standing. Oh man, he was the country singer that walked out on "We Are the World." But not like
strong. I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's a strong bunch.
Yeah, that lineup. Yeah, they were no joke. Waylon Jennings. Was it Waylon? I think it was.
I don't know country singers.
Yeah, it was Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, and Johnny Cash. That was a super group, right, for country.
Yeah.
And it was a certain type of country too. You were going there and like looking for a fight. You were going to drink some whiskey, smoke some cigarettes, and maybe knock somebody out and kiss their girlfriend. Girlfriend. If you didn't do at least 3 of those 4 things, it wasn't a good night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So rest in peace, Chris Christopherson. And that's all I have for those who have left us. So yeah. That was plenty.
They had, bountiful careers
Yes, they did.
and
They did.
lives.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So to go into a more positive note,
Uplifting.
uplifting.
Yes.
We had quite a few trailers drop
Boom, boom.
since our last episode.
Yes, indeedy.
You want to talk about the Thunderbolts trailer? Thunderbolts, the MCU movie coming out next summer.
That next summer. That looks like MCU TV show, but it's actually a movie. That's funny you led with that. You really just threw me off. You totally threw me off leading with that.
Let's read what the premise is. Like I'm trying to think of how to describe Thunderbolts to someone. Most people that have no idea what that movie is. So, because Thunderbolts. A group of supervillains are recruited to go on missions for the government. That's on IMDb.
Yeah, because that's the premise of the comic book. But let's see. So John Walker, a.k.a. U.S. Agent, a.k.a. the guy who replaced Captain America initially.
Yeah.
He's not a super.
And the Falcon and...
Yeah, and Falcon and Winter Soldier show. He's not really a villain. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You know, he was the antagonist of that show, but he's not a villain.
Yeah.
Helena, the new Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow's little sister. She's not a villain.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else?
Is Red Russian a villain?
No. Red Star. No, he's not.
Red Star.
He's not a villain. A Red Guardian. Sorry, Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. I said Red Russian.
Yeah, that'd be really on the
My
nose.
bad.
Yeah,
I really thought that was some
it's like
80s Marvel name.
It would be. It could be.
Yeah.
He's not a villain. We have
the only villain is the one from Ant-Man 2.
They brought her in, Ghost.
Yeah.
I was like, that girl been sitting on the show for 5 years. Like, just like you told
I forgot she was in that movie.
When I saw
Ant-Man 2.
I was like, oh wow. They brought her back. So she's back. She is a villain. Well, actually that's the thing. She wasn't really either. She was, but she wasn't.
Yeah, they kind of turned her into
like a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
No, but the only thing about this movie,
is Taskmaster in this? I think.
Yeah, I think he's in it.
Hopefully they completely changed that.
Yeah, because that wasn't working. Yeah, she's in it.
That's an awful character.
And of course Bucky's in it, aka Winter Soldier.
Yeah. So,
but I'm thinking,
listening, few fans listening, how many of you guys know which each character is from?
Right.
Or have watched the stuff that they were from besides the Winter Soldier,
But this is the thing. There's a team made up of all the like characters from Marvel's least popular stuff. But hey, we had Guardians of the Galaxy when nobody knew who anybody was, and it worked. So you at least got to give it a chance.
Okay, you're right.
I mean, people were like, "It's a raccoon with a gun," and then next thing you know, they were crying 3 movies later. So you never know.
But that trailer kind of sold us.
It did.
Like, but the title, we're making a movie out of this, but then the trailer, we're like, interesting.
Right.
And then word of mouth spread.
Yeah, it was. Spread. I mean, it opened huge. I was there first night, fell asleep, but that was a different
Thunderbolts, man.
It's gonna be tough, but this is the thing that's gonna, I think, save Thunderbolts is Bob. Bob is the missing member of the Thunderbolts that you see in a trailer in the Scrubs, and he's like, "I'm Bob," and you're like, "Who the hell was Bob?" And spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Bob is the Sentry, and you're like, "Who's the Sentry?" The Sentry is Marvel's version of Superman times 10. And if they manage to introduce the Sentry, that's a big deal. If they're able to introduce him and properly and make him a genuine threat to the MCU, because he's way more than a threat for the Thunderbolts. He's an Avengers level threat easily. So Hulk level strong, Tony Stark level intellect, like he's a bad boy. So if they introduce him properly, that could be the saving grace for that movie.
Yeah.
If they do it properly, but I don't know, because can we segue into Agatha since we're talking about the MCU?
Okay, Agatha. Yeah,
Agatha All Along.
At the time of this, episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4 is aired.
Happened. Yeah.
So yeah, because my reason for saying that is because with the way Marvel's acting right now, I don't know what they're going to do with Bob, with the Thunderbolts. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not sure. They lost something somewhere along the way, and I'm not sure what it
We've
is.
been saying this for
Yeah,
years.
but
This ain't new.
so I'm watching Agatha today. Well, I'm finishing it because I fell asleep the first time I tried to watch it. But that was really because I was tired. Because I told you the first 2 episodes I was just like, come on, man. And then by the end of the second one or the end of the first one, I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. Then I watched the next 2, and I was just like, okay.
I'm just bored.
But I'm just like, okay. Did you watch episode 4 yet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching it today. And your mother's like reading. She's reading her new book, and I'm watching Agatha. And she looks over at me, and I go, this show is bad. And she went, what? And I was like, it's bad.
Yeah,
I was like, it's bad. I was like, she's like, so why are you watching it? I said, I have to. It's the MCU. And she went, oh. I said, yeah. And so she starts watching it. This is what your mom says to me. She's watching it with me. And she goes, is this supposed to be like the Gemstones, like how that show is? And I was like, no, it's not. Like the Righteous Gemstones. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that type of comedy. And I went, no, actually, no. And then
being serious. Yeah.
I was like, no, they're actually trying to do something. That's what makes this so bad. I'm like, if it was trying to be like that type of humor, I'd be like, oh, okay. And the fact that your mother thought it was just like, wow, that's like the worst I think somebody could say, like that you're trying to be serious and they actually think you're trying to be funny. That's like, that just was like, wow.
There are a lot of moments with that, and I'm just like, oh gosh,
but
this is just kind of cringy.
Yeah, but when the curse showed up,
oh yeah,
I went, babe, look. And she looked. I said, "Look at that. That's pitiful."
From Buffy Vampire Slayer from
but I could
1998.
If I was anybody in that cast, I'd be like, "Why we got to get the cheap Marvel movie? Why we get the cheap show? Why did you put me in the show where you want to spend any money? Like just the scenarios. It's just not good."
And the plots, because now with episode 4, they're just showing, now each episode is going to be a different house.
Yeah.
And I was bored the first time.
Yeah, I'm like
bored the second time.
And I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I think I can handle Witch's Road. I think me and my friend,
thought that too. I was like, why is it so impossible?
I'm like, what is so hard about this? Like, I don't understand. Like, you have a group of people who don't.
Is it because you have baggage?
Yeah,
I'm making it.
Yeah. You're walking like what? They're gonna be like, oh man, just give him what he wants. Clearly, he's okay. He'll be like, my dad didn't sign me up for basketball one year. He'll be like, that's
that would be my tortured memory.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, the pain.
Just a bunch of basketballs echoing in the hallway.
You'll hear a whistle. You'll be like, oh, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Sorry. but
you're right. Goodness. Like there's like this is it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you have the little like literally like every episode. I think the last 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of hints. I'm like, oh
man, this show
that's fun.
This show could have been good.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thoughts, people. And hey, maybe I'm wrong. The boy teen, that's Wanda's son. Okay,
that's what I'm thinking too. One of them,
yeah. Let me think. She's gonna probably have to do something selfless to save him at some point, and that's how she's gonna get her powers back. Any other theories? Let me think. No, that's really all I got right now. Because, in the comic books, Agatha Harkness was what, bud? Old. And she was Franklin Richards of Fantastic Four fame. She was his babysitter. And at one point, they sent Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, to her to teach her how to use her hex powers. And that's about it. I mean, she had a son. There was that Salem 7 shit did happen, but she was never like, I don't know. So I just want to see where this story goes and see.
It's just taking forever to get to that point.
I just want to see what it's going to introduce, because it's going to introduce something. That's all. I mean, they said Mephisto finally.
They said in episode 3.
Yeah, they said Mephisto, and I'm sure the internet's went crazy because they've been waiting for it for 4 fucking years to hear the word Mephisto. Yeah, I mean, so that was just like, oh, okay, So my thoughts on Agatha is I will continue to watch it, Just like I continue to brush my teeth and floss every morning. I find no joy in it. I just do it because I have to. So so
That's fair.
that's how I'm looking at Agatha all along right now. So I hope they change my opinion before it's over.
Yeah. It just it's hard. Like the vibes I get from it, it just seems like you said, just cheaply made.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's not a passion project. They're just going through the motions.
Mm-hmm. Your mom did come in and sit on my lap though and say, "Oh, there's your baby." I went, "Yeah, there she is," because
Yeah. She's doing good.
yeah, I love Catherine
Catherine
Hahn.
Hahn,
Yeah, I
she's
love
doing
Catherine
good.
Hahn. Mm-hmm.
But
With which she
this
has to
just
work with.
yeah, there's just not any meat and potatoes.
Like even the when they had to play the music, I looked at your mom and said they've played this song like 10
Yeah.
times already.
Yes, and it's a cringy. I
It's
don't
a
like how it
yeah.
sounds. I just don't like how it sounds.
It reminds me of when you were telling me about the Acolyte when they were doing their chant. That's what it
Oh,
reminds me
it's
of.
not that bad.
But I
No, it's
was
not that
like,
bad. It
I was
reminded me
just
of
like,
that too.
I said, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, oh, so they have to play the instruments. And then I was like, yeah, what if they can't play? Like I was like, I was like, and then never mind. There were so many holes in that plot. I was
Yeah.
just like, so wait, her curse followed them into the house. So they're singing the song to break her curse. But what if she wasn't with them? Like I was
Yeah, what if
like, what? That has nothing to do with what the road is. That's a
with the
whole separate.
road, yeah.
That's a
That's
whole separate
her
thing. That's
like,
yeah.
that's her problem. That's not like the road presenting a problem.
Yeah, like I was like, huh? Then the one lady died, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
so
what's with her? Do you think she's coming back, or do
yeah, I
you
think she's
just think
coming
that
back.
was yeah.
I just seem real random that they just killed
It
her, and like,
I
yeah,
know. I mean, even her character's really annoying, but
yeah, but it was
I
like,
just what was the whole point of that?
yeah, what was the whole point? You need 5 people to start on the road,
Yeah.
and you need to have a witch of each certain kind, even though she
But they
was.
replaced her.
And they replaced her, but she wasn't even
a
a witch.
witch.
Yeah, so
So
it was just
yeah,
like
so I'm like,
it was just like this
wait, how
isn't
is she
making
able
sense.
to get on the road?
Yeah, how this even? Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. And then the one chick said how she was bound, and then she said she still doesn't know how he bound her because he wasn't a witch. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're not bound. Maybe he just told you were bound and tricked you, and you think you're bound. Like I don't know. And that seems strange. So she'll probably end up not being bound here soon and able to use her powers. Is what I thought. So, but when she said the name of the convention she was invited to, I thought it was an acronym, but I really didn't feel like rewinding it. I was just like, that's probably an acronym for something,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I don't care enough. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I will say I wish they just made the show like in episode 3, you know, they had like a slight horror sequence with each of them seeing the visions.
mm-hmm.
They should have just did like a Werewolf by Night thing.
Yes.
And just dedicated it to being like a witchy horror-esque type show. I mean, they even had it in episode 2. Remember when all the stuff was coming in the house? Those shadowy figures?
Yeah.
And it was kind of spooky, kind of.
Kind of
I mean, it was
spooky, yeah.
PG spooky.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
make
was
this
like
PG-13
yeah.
and just be this Halloween-esque show.
Yeah, they were giving us
And
goose.
and more serious.
They're giving us
You're literally
goosebumps.
giving us goosebumps vibes.
Yeah, goosebumps. It's Slappy.
Yeah, just
Slappy's gonna show up.
You
Yeah.
could have just did this better. Like, don't make this MCU type show. Give us a different type show.
Yeah, because Werewolf by Night was legit.
Yeah, everyone
That
loved
was
it. It was
legit.
something fresh.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just- that was like an experiment.
Yeah, that went very
now
well.
You learn. Yeah, now you learn.
Yeah.
Oh, you should mix things up.
Yeah. So I don't know. It has a very saccharine taste to it, and I don't know. But I'll finish it.
Yeah.
I'll finish it. I
You
still
want to
have
talk about
The Good Show.
Well, they had some trailers too. I forgot. Yeah, we kind of skipped.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about trailers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A good horror, just trailer, better probably than all of Agatha, was the Sinners trailer.
Yes, indeedy.
It's Ryan Coogler's new film, director of Creed and Black Panther. It's coming out next spring. It stars Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you what the movie's about based on the trailer, but I know the trailer made me interested.
Yeah, all I can say is people watch the trailer for Sinners. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's set. It looks like it's set early 20th century. Definitely,
Yeah. In the
definitely
South.
pre civil rights movement South.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm sure
It gets me hooked every time.
yeah, every single time. I'm looking at the cast. I did not see. Oh, that was her. You know, Haley Stansfield's in this, or
Oh
Steinfeld.
no, I did not.
Yeah, so that I'm definitely going to see that. she's like one of my faves of like the next generation. I think she's dope. And I think she's gonna get Michael B. Jordan in a whole heap of trouble in this movie. I can just feel it. She's gonna be the one that causes all the problems. But
maybe. But yeah, check out the trailer. It looks good.
Yeah, definitely looks good. And it's and the cast is pretty stacked. It
yeah,
something's creepy going on.
it's a horror movie.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a thriller, I think.
Yeah, there's a
But
greater.
I like how they showed us nothing, but still got us invested. I think that's a great trailer.
Do you want me to read the synopsis for you?
Sure.
Do you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. There's two, but
so maybe the first one, not the long one.
They're both short.
Okay. Sometimes they give you a paragraph.
Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. The twin brothers are Smoke, played by Michael B. Jordan, and his twin brother, who is unnamed, who is also played by Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, I couldn't tell in the trailer if that was when he was hugging. That was both him. I couldn't tell.
So
it was kind of quick.
So this ought to be interesting.
Yeah,
this ought to be interesting.
It'll definitely have some like slave-esque type lore,
Oh yeah, some shit. Yeah, something.
Some creepy stuff.
Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing it. That must have been Haley that was dancing in the trailer. At the juke joint. I mean, she was the only like white face in there. She was dancing all seductive. She's gonna get him in all kind of trouble.
I think she's like the evil something. I don't know.
The evil seductress.
Yeah, maybe.
She's going.
Maybe.
Boy, you better leave that girl alone. She's gonna get you hemmed up. We shall see. So yeah, check out the Sinners trailer, people. Coogler and Michael B. Jordan together. I mean, they never.
Yeah,
never disappoint.
Still hasn't made a bad movie.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Another trailer. John Wick, Ballerina. The Amazon Prime's new show.
Oh, my baby boo.
Yeah, starring Ana de Armas.
Yeah. That was a nice trailer. It was a little long.
Yeah,
a little long.
Yeah,
I mean,
they showed a good.
I mean,
they even showed John Wick in it.
I mean, it's like I don't understand. I feel like the longer the trailer is, the less confidence you have that people are going to come see your movie.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like
they kind of give you everything.
Yeah, like we want to make sure people come. Like, I have no reason to come now, bro. You showed me the whole movie.
Yeah, like you literally, like I was fine seeing like that snippet of John Wick like walking.
Yeah.
Will we see him?
Yeah.
And then it literally shows the conversation of her and John Wick.
Yeah, they showed like their actual exchange. Like, how do I become you? It looks like you already have. What the fuck?
You already are.
You already are.
Keanu Reeves is such a bad actor.
He is, but he's such a good bad actor.
He's such a good bad actor.
Yeah, he's turned being a bad actor into like a thing, a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if it's anywhere near the same type of action as John Wick, it's gonna be worth checking out, I think.
Yeah. I mean, she was decent in that Ghosted movie, even that movie was corny as hell. But she was decent in that, like action wise, like she can move. Is what I'm saying. She can move.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because pulling off all that action, it's not easy.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's you gotta be physical.
Yeah, and there's only a handful of female actors that I've seen do it, and it's nothing against females. I'm just saying, I've seen Angelina Jolie pull it off. I've seen
Not
Charlize.
just no, there's just a handful of actors in general that can do it.
Yeah,
So
that's
at the end
true.
of the day, most of them are just theater kids, and
Yeah, they're like,
they ain't catching a football
really, bud? Is this what you're
or
doing right
kicking a
now?
soccer ball.
Why are you saying the crazy stuff? I would say, stop it. What are you
I
doing?
just meant they're not. Most of them aren't doing an athletic thing.
You're right. You're right. You're 100% right.
The average actor, because
Yeah, because they're
where
five.
coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of, you're like, I'm just saying. I will definitely check out Ballerina for multiple reasons. Yeah. Yeah. You have any other trailers?
For no, that was it for trailers.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything worth note.
Well, do you want my
Can't remember.
Well, I have a couple. Do you want my quick? Well, I have a little bit of news. You want to go into the
Okay.
news, or do you want to go into
rumors
reviews
and stuff.
and rumors? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do those. You wanna do that?
Well, real quick, a little bit of news to you Reacher fans. Prime has greenlit a spinoff of Reacher called Niggly. It's based on one of
What is
Reacher
it?
Niggly. It's one of his partners from when he was in the military. He calls her for like help. She's like a hacker, like, and she's kind of a badass, and she's like 6 foot tall. and, but so she's getting her own spinoff, which I thought was pretty dope because she's a pretty interesting character. I don't know how big of a role she plays in the Reacher books, but on the show, she's dope. She's a nice counterpoint for him.
Yeah.
You know, she kind of looks after him without being there. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And they don't talk all the time, but when he calls, she comes. You know what I mean? Which is a nice friendship.
Yeah.
And also, this one's for the culture and for my generation specifically. Netflix has announced a spinoff of A Different World, that late 80s, early 90s sitcom that we love so much, which was a spinoff of The Cosby Show. I guess this show is going to be based on the child of Whitley and Dwayne, and their daughter is going to be going to Hillman. So it's going to be her adventures alongside Whitley and Dwayne doing whatever they do. Yeah, I don't know exactly like everything about it, but I'm probably guessing that Dwayne's probably a math professor at that school, and that's why his daughter's going to go there. Because I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to parlay them being
there
in the show. And little known fact: Academy Award winner Marissa Tomei was a season 1 cast member of that show.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she was season 1. She was Lisa Bonet's roommate.
Yeah,
yeah.
She was just in season 1.
Season 1, and then I don't even know if she made it through all of season 1. I'm actually going to check now. And I forget her name. I want to say her name was Holly, but I could be wrong.
Wait, what's her face only in season 1 too?
Lisa Bonet. I'm not sure if she left after season 1 or season 2.
Isn't that crazy though? The main character of the spinoff show.
Yeah.
Had to leave.
Her name was Maggie. They both were gone after season 1. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I think
crazy.
I don't know if Lisa Bonet left because she was pregnant. You know, that's that whole famous, Lisa Bonet might be pregnant, but Denise Huxtable isn't pregnant. That thing that Bill Cosby said because he was such a nice guy. But I mean, he said it, not me. Shit. But so yeah, they both. Yeah, it was her spinoff, and she left after season 1. But what's crazy is the show got better after she left.
That's what you said.
Yeah, the show became the cast. I mean, they had to figure out who was. I mean, the show ended up going for, let's see, 143 episodes. And she left after episode 23.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's not even her show.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, people probably remember Whitley and Dwayne and fucking Freddie. And you know who Freddie was on that show?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Freddie. Okay, I'm a list the name. Cree Summer. That was Freddie. Ring any bells?
No.
Okay, Okay, Susie Carmichael.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was her?
Yeah, agent number 3.
Yeah, I know her
Penny from
now.
Inspector Gadget. Like she
And she's number
has.
5.
Oh, sorry, number 5.
Number
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
Number 5.
yeah. If they was a black character with a scratchy voice and they were female, it's Cree Summer.
Yeah.
Like Cree
Yeah, that
Summer.
was her.
Yeah, Cree Summer. Her voice
I
acting
think
is.
she's in an Abbott now too.
She's in what?
Abbott Elementary. I
Is
think that's
she?
her. I
Oh, that'd be
think.
dope. I
Let
didn't
me
know.
let me check right now because there is a black character with a raspy voice, which is terrible that that's what jogged my mind.
But she has 381 acting credits.
Yep.
Is her?
She is an Abbott. Yep, that's
Yeah.
her.
Well, she
'Cause
was
I
in
knew
a.
she was pretty, and I always just thought it was interesting she wasn't in more live action stuff.
Well, she was in the final episode of Atlanta when he's at the pharmacy. She said
That's
she with
her.
the big hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh shit, that's Cree Summer." You know. So yeah, she
Yeah.
But yeah, people, if you get bored and you ever wonder what happened to her, look up her. She's done so many voices. It's
And she
insane.
works. Don't worry
Yeah.
about her.
Yeah. She's up there with like Tara Strong and like Phil Lamar for voice acting. They just got credits. Like they just go in and they just do whatever. But I mean, but the funny thing is, she was Penny on Inspector Gadget. She was still a kid voicing a kid. She was like probably early teens when she was Penny. Well, you never watched Inspector Gadget, but that was definitely, I was a kid watching that show kind of begrudgingly because I didn't really like it that much, but it was just on. But so that was the first voice I know of her doing, and ironically, that girl was blonde hair and blue eyed. So she wasn't like, because usually she plays black characters.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I'm sure she'll make an appearance on the Different World spinoff. And I will definitely check that out when it drops.
Yeah, that'll be a good show to sitcom.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Do
you have any other news?
I have rumors. We have tons of rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you want
rumors every day?
Yeah, where do you want to start? I mean, do we want to talk about what's her name? Sydney Sink?
Sure.
Being rumored to be in cast in the next Spider-Man.
Stranger Things. Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink. Yeah, of Stranger Things fame.
Max. That's her name in Stranger Things.
Running up that hill, running up that mountain. She's rumored to have been cast in the next Spider-Man movie. I don't know as who, but these are my thoughts. Let's see. Late teens, early 20s, petite redhead in a Spider-Man movie. I'm getting Mary Jane Watson vibes. What about you?
They can't do that to Zendaya.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, I thought that too.
I'm like,
when you sent me that, I was like, that's the obvious only choice.
Yeah, I mean, anything else would be dumb. So,
but now you're gonna have 2 MJs.
But the rumor is they're casting her as Spider-Woman. That's the rumor.
Yeah. I don't want Spider-Woman.
No. Maybe they're trying something different. Sony's like, we gotta do something different. Like, no, you don't. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's working. You continue to not disappoint us, so don't fuck it up.
Sony or Marvel? Sony disappoints every day.
Sony with their Spider-Man movies is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I only count on Sony to do one thing: make me a good Spider-Man movie. Everything else, I'm just like, I mean, a year from now, we're gonna get another Venom movie, and they're gonna introduce Null, and it's gonna be trash. And
Tom Hardy says he's done.
Oh, hallelujah!
Until he gets that paycheck.
Yeah, until they ask him to play Wolverine, and I'll be like, oh, how's this gonna work?
I don't want him as Wolverine.
No, I think he'd be a dope Wolverine.
No, he can't.
He'd commit.
He is not good at accents. He's a British guy.
Man, all you do is sound gruff. Just sound gruff and
Dad, you don't want a British Wolverine.
You don't? He's already Canadian. Might as well be. I mean, shit, he's Canadian, bud. Wolverine's Canadian.
Tom Hardy can't do his Venom accent's so weird. Like,
does he do the Venom voice?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just saying his Eddie
Brock.
Eddie Brock. Can't you see like his voice just doesn't sound right?
I don't want
I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I just don't think he can do accents.
Well, you know what the other rumor is that Henry Cavill, they're talking about possibly making him Wolverine.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
that's,
they've been saying that since they've been saying that, and then they put that Easter egg in Deadpool.
and I think that's
Wolverine.
all we're going to get. I hope that's all we get.
I think, yeah. I think that's what we'll get. That was just like a, hey, we did it.
Well,
What
here's
do you
the
guys
fun.
think?
Here's a fun fact for you, because I was talking to my main man Matt Sergi about Henry Cavill, and
Yeah.
I said he's too tall, and then you know what he told me?
His
That
height?
Henry Cavill is 6 foot tall. Hugh Jackman is 6'2".
Yeah.
I was like, what?
You didn't know
Like,
that?
no, I did not know that.
I thought you'd know that because a lot, like, that was one of the complaints I heard in 2000
Was that he was too
when they
tall?
casted him as Wolverine. Yeah, in the original X-Men.
Nah, I do not remember him being. I'll tell you right now, when that movie
He's a
came out,
tall man.
I did not have broadband internet, so I was not I remember, so I was not deep diving on any of that. I tried to download the first X-Men trailer on dial-up internet. It took like 3.5 hours. That's not an exaggeration. Like, you have no idea how good you guys have it. All my Gen Xers out there, please school
Here
your
we go.
school.
Gen
Yep,
X.
that's right. School your kids
X.
on what dial-up internet was like. Ring, da ding, bong, 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 bow, bow. And it would take for you would literally start downloading like a movie. No, I shouldn't say a movie, like a trailer. And you can go to sleep and just come back and hope you didn't get disconnected somehow. And then it would play all choppy as fuck. Like, and be all pixelated, and you would just be like, "Oh my gosh!" But yeah, those were the days when we got broadband internet. But I lost my whole mind. Like, they like opened the page for me, and a movie trailer started. I remember what the trailer was and everything. It just started playing, and I was just like, "This is great." But anyways, I digress. I was unable to Google things like how tall is Hugh Jackman, because I didn't have time for that shit. So. Yeah.
Well, that was one of the complaints.
Yeah.
And that's why comic book accurate Wolverine was so funny and Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. He was short as hell.
He was.
He jumped off that.
That was very funny.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody was finally finally.
See, this is why it should be.
Yeah. You feel like, yeah.
Like, really, you want to see this?
Because what you want to see? The Lollipop Guild fighting Apocalypse?
Yeah.
You want to see, like, stuff. Yeah.
Like, what actor is capable of looking like Wolverine too?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
At that height, muscular and gruffy.
Yeah. Tom Cruise.
Can act.
Kevin Hart. But
Kevin Hart? I said it can act.
They can act. That's true. Prince was still alive. They cast Prince. Tim Burton would have been like, "Yeah, I'm casting the new X-Men movie. Prince is gonna play Wolverine. We're gonna bulk him up a little bit." That might have actually worked. Shit.
No, it wouldn't.
It might have. He was 5'3", bud. He is a 5'3" man. Like, it's crazy.
No disrespect to.
Oh no,
short people out there.
To the short kings. No disrespect, but
no disrespect.
Yeah, but man.
So you have any other news or anything?
I mean, we had the stuff about Nova casting. That's a rumor.
Yeah.
But what's his name?
Zolo. I don't know his last name, but the kid from Cobra Kai.
Yeah. He's been rumored to have been cast in Marvel's Nova movie. Somebody who gets the powers of the Nova Corps, and
that's interesting if it happens, because he's also Blue Beetle, which we don't know if that's coming back or not in DC. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
Yeah, how about how crazy this is that they just be trading actors back and forth? Like,
yeah, I
know you were already one recognizable superhero, but how about it's like Chris Evans all over? They're probably like use him as an example. Well, Chris Evans did it. Yeah. He didn't even change universes; he just changed characters, and they were like, "Yeah, that's true." Yeah. So
2 years later,
I know. So yeah, so we'll see. And I mean, I guess lastly on the rumor mill. Marvel wants your friend and mine, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to play Apocalypse in the new X-Men movie. Now, if this
Who
happens,
wants him? That
Marvel,
Dwayne wants
they're saying Marvel wants him.
Marvel don't want that. Marvel don't want that.
I hope not, because they won't get $1 from me. That'll be it for me. Just so you know.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's, I know.
To change.
I'll be like, he has all those clauses in his contract. I'll be like, no one's allowed to hit him. He has to throw the last punch. Like, get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. So I really hope it's just a rumor and it's not true.
That's not happening. Kevin, they do not need The Rock. The Rock needs them. So they don't want that. They don't want that. The Russo brothers aren't going to do that.
See, that'd be such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. On so many levels. That dude.
Wait, did you say Apocalypse? Yeah, that's Marvel.
Yeah, it's a Marvel Apocalypse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
No.
Yeah, I hope not. I truly, truly hope not.
He's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. If you see him in the movie, you know it's a bad movie.
Yeah. He's one of them. Yeah, that you're like, oh, stay clear of that, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
the other one's Gal Gadot. If you see,
isn't that crazy? And they were in that one movie together.
Yep.
They were in Red. Or Red, what was it? Red something. I don't know. It broke records on Netflix, which doesn't mean anything.
Every Netflix movie breaks a record.
I mean, since they do control
their own stats.
Yeah, they have their own stats.
Since they have to release their stats, you don't hear that happening anymore.
Yeah, you really don't. Yeah, what record did you break? Most views on a Tuesday between 4 and 7. Like,
yeah.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah, no, they have to specify.
Oh yeah. Like, I guess that's a record. That's a record.
Every movie, it can't be a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I know. So crazy. Oh, man. And I have one random thought before we get into our reviews. One random thought.
Okay.
Do you think... Oh, man. Do you think that Sabrina Carpenter is Miley Cyrus 2.0? Do you think she's taking the Miley Cyrus approach to changing her image to become the artist that she wants to become?
I don't think she's changing her image. I think she's making her image.
Okay.
Like, what was her image before?
I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter we see?
What Spirit? Squeaky
like
Clean.
She wasn't relevant before.
She was Squeaky Clean Girl Meets World. That's what I knew her from.
Yeah.
And now
she was also a kid.
And now
And she also wasn't making music. Now that she's making music, this is the image she's made.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Changing music. I get what you're saying. I don't really think she wasn't. It wasn't like Hannah Montana, and this is how Hannah Montana is. I have to break away with this. It was.
Yeah.
I want to start making music. Let me create this Sabrina Carpenter persona. And it just took a couple years to gain traction.
Got you. Because did she release anything under like Disney or no?
I don't know. I know she released this isn't her first album, but I don't know if it was under Disney.
So she may have had the Disney release, and it did what they always do. It came and went.
Yeah, that might have happened.
Yeah. I was just wondering because she had made some comment about mothers complaining about how she's dressing, and she's like, then just don't come to my show, blah blah blah. Which I don't have any problem with her saying that, but I just was like, she's just a little more spunky.
That's funny. I don't know anyone there's obviously true fans for everything,
right?
But I know very few people who was talking about Sabrina Carpenter last year or the year before.
And now they're talking about her now.
They're talking about her. So if you're going to the concert, you're not thinking of Girl Meets World. You're thinking about Sabrina Carpenter.
Right. You should be. Be. Yeah.
And if you see her album, if you hear any of her songs,
you
know not to take your 7-year-old daughter there.
Right. You would think.
Talking about grown woman stuff on her songs.
Like grown woman stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. Don't come to my concert.
Yeah. I might twerk.
She doesn't know that.
No.
She doesn't know that. She'd be following other stuff.
Oh.
No, she just moves very seductively on stage.
Yeah, I got that. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You sweet, sexy thing. I get it. Yeah. All right. I just wondered. I was just something that crossed my mind. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So on to reviews.
Here we are, folks.
Did you ever watch The Penguin?
No. Mm-mm.
Why?
I didn't have a
I knew you were
chance.
gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. And I already had my rant ready.
Go ahead. Go on. Bring it on.
Why are you wasting time watching Agatha when you could watch a good show like The Penguin?
How many episodes are we into The Penguin now? Two or three? All
There's
right,
two.
I'm going to
Three's
watch them
dropping tonight.
I'm going to watch them tomorrow. I'll have them. I'll be caught up by next week.
Watch an actual good show.
I am watching a good show. It's called Attack on Titan. Okay, so
watch a new show.
All right. Well, I'll watch.
So we can talk about it.
Well, I knew you watched it. I watched Agatha. But I'll watch.
Go in depth about talking about it.
Well, all right. I'll talk. You can talk about it, just about the quality of it and this and that, and then I'll be caught up by next week.
Well, it's still episode 2 is still good.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin Farrell still steals the show away, but the co-star, this Falcone's daughter, I forget her name, but the actress from Palm Springs.
Yes.
She is up there with them.
I keep seeing memes.
Good co-star. Not just like memes. She's just a good, like, she delivers it, and she's a compelling character. Yeah. So, and this episode 2 really showed that with her character. Like, oh, this is what's going on with her. It's gonna be an interesting time. The next 6 episodes.
And they're an hour.
They're an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will watch them. And I will be current by next week. That's my word. That's my word.
Okay.
Your rant. Okay.
I knew, I had a feeling you were gonna say you didn't watch it. I'm like, why is he watching WandaVision? I mean, Agatha.
Somebody has to. I made a commitment to watch the bad stuff. You can get to watch the good stuff. So, yeah.
Actually, get some enjoyment out of your life.
I will. I mean, I did mean to. It's just everything. It's been hectic.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, I know. But I'm glad the Penguin's doing well. I am. I mean, and this isn't us glazing the DCU. This is just us acknowledging something when it's good. They have a long history of just bad stuff. But if the Penguin is this good, that's awesome. Because I mean, it's like,
it's just not comic book good. It's like you don't have to read or like Batman or know any of that stuff to enjoy it. It's just a good crime show.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's like what, The Sopranos meets Gotham. Yeah, I'm like, exactly. I dig it. So, I'm here for it. I'm here for it for Oswald Cobblepot.
His name's Oz Cobb in this.
Oz Cobb?
Just Oz Cobb. That's his name in this.
They don't say Cobblepot?
Nope. They changed his name. His name is Oz Cobb.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. I don't know why they changed it, but that's the change they made for this universe.
Interesting. Can I sidebar real quick about Absolute Batman, the Scott Snyder story that's going on right now?
Okay. Did you read it?
No, I'm not reading that. Because then I just read a thing where they said, oh, did I say I would read it?
Yeah.
I said because Drago's drawing it. I guess I haven't started reading it yet. But I heard that in it he has like some type of friendship with all his rogues because they grew up in the same hood. This is confirmed. This is confirmed by Scott Snyder. And again, that's dumb. So moving on back to our trailer.
Oh man.
They let that dude do whatever he wants, and I don't understand it. I don't understand any of it.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking about it, so maybe it's working.
Maybe it is. But man. So anyways, you were pretty immersed in the Batverse this weekend because you watched Penguin and you also went to see the Joker. What is it? Deux?
Joker. Folie à deux.
Folie à deux. Yeah.
It's French.
Yeah. For oh boy. It's French for oh boy. um,
Folie à deux. Yeah,
so
I don't know I don't know what it's French for.
so
Something too.
I have been looking forward to your review because
Yeah.
the initial reviews on IMDb and Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes are bad.
Yeah.
39%, like 5 out of 10, like just so bad. But you're my man, pots and pans, my consigliere. So I'm really counting on your review to sway me. So please, without further ado, let me get your see what I did there.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
give
clever.
me,
That was
give me,
clever.
give me your review on Joker for le deux or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So Joker 2,
Mm-hmm.
is it good? No, it is not.
Oh boy, are you serious?
But it's not bad.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
not a 39% Rotten Tomatoes. It is
Okay.
not a 5 out of 10. Just
Okay.
on the technicality of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. Like it's in like the cinematography, the lighting.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's one of the best looking films this year,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
That's the good.
That's
Joaquin
that's the
Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix, still good. Joaquin
okay.
Phoenix is just as good as a performance as he did in the first one. He wasn't just
Okay.
getting a paycheck.
Okay.
I know he won an Oscar for that first one.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing his thing again. Lady Gaga is good with what she had.
Mm.
Wasted character.
Okay.
She was
Wow.
good.
Wow. Okay.
Gotham looks good. I guess that goes into cinematography. That's kind of all the good I had about it.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I think this movie's very interesting. I think why the reviews are so bad was one, it's a musical. I know some people didn't know it was a musical. I know a lot of people. Yeah,
Question.
yeah.
When you say musical, is it like Les Mis musical or is it like Disney film musical?
What do you mean?
Well, like all the Disney movies have songs in them,
Okay.
but you can still watch them. Whereas Les Mis is a fucking musical where it's like every 5 minutes is another song. So
It's tricky. I don't
wh-
know because
you
I'm gonna get to that
okay, okay,
because I'm gonna get to that later because I don't think they fully committed to the musical.
I got you.
Yeah. So it is technically a musical, and they do sing quite a bit, but there'll be like a song. There are a lot of songs, but it'll be like singing for a minute. They're
Okay,
just singing to each other for a scene,
okay,
and most of them aren't good. Just aren't good musical numbers.
wow,
They just didn't because this is all in Joker's head, right? The music numbers, they're all in his head.
yeah,
Arthur Fleck, the Joker, he's a mentally ill individual.
mm-hmm,
And we seen in the first one, he dances when he does something. The show's in his head. So
yeah,
what they could have done with this second one, make it extravagant, huge,
yeah,
grand. And they did that twice. And those are the good music numbers in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
The rest just wasn't necessary. It wasn't like it didn't really move the plot forward most of the time or like show any emotions that the character are going through. Like in a good way. It just was bland. And just it felt like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make it a musical." And me, I was excited when they said it was gonna be a musical because it was different. Because obviously the first Joker is artsy
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
not for everybody, and it's a really different take on the character,
But it's good.
but
It's
it's
good.
good. And so when they said it was a musical, I was like, okay, it's obviously gonna be artsy. I mean, the title's in French.
Yeah.
They think there's,
Mm-hmm.
I guess what is that? Pretentious. I guess you could say they're pretentious. So when they said it was a musical, I thought they'd do something really different that we've never seen before, and I respected them for it. And I don't think they fully
Yeah,
committed to
I
it.
was hopeful. So you think they got scared a little bit?
I think that yeah, or I maybe the Todd Phillips didn't really know how to do it. The director,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't think they really they did what all they could do with the musical medium. But I think a lot of the audience are going in. They're like, "Why is this a musical?" It's like, bro, how don't you know this is a musical? That's all I
Yeah,
think when I look up
yeah,
Joker
like
2. That's
yeah,
like one of the
everybody
main
says
things
yeah, they say it's a musical. Yeah,
yeah. So now you're angry because it's a musical. I think people that even knew it was a musical are angry with it already because they made Joker into a musical, and they're like, "Oh, this
see,
is lame. I don't want this." So I
see,
think there's bias with that,
hmm
and I think it's the first Joker with the film bros and like really, film critics. They didn't really love it. They had a lot of problems with this one, and since Joker 2 isn't as good as that first one, the film
right,
bros and all those people strongly dislike it. But with the first one, there's a lot of fans that loved it, and they're like, "This is me," and all this weird stuff, and you're like,
yeah,
you need therapy. Like, you should not be relating to him.
yeah, yeah, at all. Yeah,
And then with this
he
second one,
crazy, he
they
crazy.
they comment on that, and I like that stuff.
Yeah,
They comment on you shouldn't be like glorifying these people,
yeah,
which is what we do with like true crime stuff and everything.
right,
I think I
right.
like the message they were saying with that, but I think people are angry. They're like, "Look what they did to my boy! They
Wow.
massacred my
We're like, yeah,
boy."
you're my boy, Blue. Like,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be your boy.
yeah. So it's
Like,
like, who was this movie for? If the film
yeah,
critics aren't liking
yeah,
it, and your like average audience isn't liking it
yeah,
because it's a musical, or you just messed up the Joker character so much, you know,
yeah.
who's liking this?
Hmm. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for your review. Straight up,
Thanks. It was
because
boring. It was way too long. It was way too long.
okay,
Like it was
okay.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours and
Third
15, and you
15
said it was
15.
too long.
It was
Oh
too
wow,
long.
wow.
It's a third of it's probably singing.
Yeah,
Half of that singing isn't
is it
good.
good?
Um, and it's just like a boring courtroom drama, and it's just stuff drags. And by the end of it, you're like, "What did we get done?" Besides that critique on society that I said I liked,
Yeah.
other than that, what were you telling me?
Well, see,
You
that's
know?
so that's what's funny is because I lost my train of thought. Damn it, it's terrible. So terrible. But that was my whole thing with the reviews that I read is that I feel like people didn't get it from the start, like going in.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So then when it was what it was, they weren't prepared for that to begin with. So they left a bad taste in their mouth. You know, I'm still going to check it out because
it's worth
yeah,
watching. It's not a
I
bad
want to see.
movie.
I want to
It's
see,
not good,
and
but
that whole 2 hours and 15 minutes thing. I'm probably gonna piss a couple people off, but musicals always feel long to me.
mhm.
Always,
They
like
typically are long.
they just always feel long
Yeah,
because it's just you're watching something in a way you're not used to watching it. Is how I
yeah.
see it. Like I remember I watched Les Mis. I don't even know how many times.
That's like 3 hours, right?
Yeah, and that first time we watched it, that first time I felt every minute of
Yeah,
that movie was like, oh my gosh, this movie's long. It was great,
yeah.
but it was long. And then it's like in Les Mis, that's why I said, is it like Les Mis or is it like a Disney animated film? Because Les Mis, they talk for 5 minutes and they start they talk for 32 seconds and it goes right into another song.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh. So it's a
It's
weird.
not that bad.
Yeah,
It's not that bad.
you can't really judge the passage of time, I think, when it's just song after song after song.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying?
I
But
agree. Yeah,
yeah, so if it's just like there's some songs splattered in, yeah, I'll be able to manage that.
yeah.
But it's a shame. I get what you're saying that they didn't commit. Like without even seeing it, I'm like, I pretty much I
There's
get what.
2 numbers where they did,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the only 2 I liked. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is what it should have been throughout.
Right. Right. But yeah.
And more. And more. You're dealing with a
Yeah.
guy, a
Yeah.
mentally ill guy,
Yeah.
psyche,
Mm-hmm.
who is the Joker.
Yeah.
Could have done so much more.
The Joker guaranteed to get you an Academy Award nomination.
Yeah.
But
Also, a lot of people hate the ending. So
yeah, I've heard that too.
I don't understand. I really don't. I didn't hate it. I need to ask someone that did hate it why. Because didn't hate it.
Well, we live in a world where, like, remember the Truman Show? Have you ever seen the Truman Show?
Yeah. Good
When I-
afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah, I just said that to somebody at work last week, and they looked at me, and I
They're
was like,
what?
yeah, and I went to Truman Show, and my coworker was like Truman Show, and I was like, yeah, because he's like my age. I was like, yeah, but anyways, when that movie first came out, that was like Jim Carrey's first movie after, like, I don't know, Liar Liar or something, just bagging out those Jim Carrey comedies. So then he did the Truman Show. I think it was after Cable Guy, actually. So they did the Truman Show.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, and because Cable Guy was his first quote-unquote flop, even though it wasn't a flop, it just wasn't massive.
Yeah.
It was a dark comedy. So he does the Truman Show, and I remember watching it, and I didn't like Jim Carrey. So I'm watching the trailer like, I kind of want to see this. Like, you know? So I remember I was at Eden Park. I bumped into a dude I know. He was with his girlfriend. And I said, where are you guys coming from? And they said, we were at the movies. We just saw the Truman Show. Yeah. And I was like, how was it? And they were like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was funny in spots, you know? And I was like, oh, well, I don't know if it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, it was just different. And that was like all he really said about it. So then when I finally see it, I'm like, oh, no wonder people were confused as hell. This is not like a comedy at all.
Yeah,
like, it's like, you know, I guess it was a meta. Would you call it meta? I don't know.
It was commentary.
Yeah. So
I don't know if it was meta.
But so, like, but just think about that. So people, even with the trailers and how the trailers portrayed how the movie was going to be, people still walked into it like, I'm going to see a Jim Carrey movie, you know, thinking it was going to be him like talking out his butthole. And then it wasn't. And then they were like kind of beside themselves. And I'm like, that's so crazy, you know? But so it doesn't shock me when people go see like a Joker movie that's not comic booky and then they're disappointed because it's not comic booky. Well, it shows you in the trailers that it wasn't going to be that.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially because this is a sequel too.
Yeah,
So no, it's not the Joker that we
that we're used to.
No, yeah. No, we don't want that Joker.
I love that laugh though. I was like, I said, wow, he's really,
so awful.
I said, he's really doing that laugh, huh?
Supposedly Jared Leto fired his agency staff when he found out the Joker movie was being made.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't him.
No, he should have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that would be kind of a kick in the nuts. Like, wait, so I'm over here like I'm like the second string Joker? You just got me in the Suicide Squad, but they're making a Joker movie? You got me signing the wrong contracts? Like, he was like, they're like, oops. They just said Joker. We thought you'd want it. They're like, yeah, you're the B team Joker.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. The Joker everybody forgets about. Fucking, they talk about Jerome more than they talk about him. But anyway, from Gotham.
Yeah.
Jerome.
Yeah.
But so yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Dope review.
Yeah, check it out. Folie I do. And if you don't like it, I understand why. It's not. It's far from perfect.
Yeah,
but to say it's bad. No, that movie looked too good to be bad. Maybe I'm just biased.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. No, I feel you on that. It looked too good to be bad. Like,
yeah,
should still look good though.
And it was still good acting.
Yeah. Just not good. So I'm gonna be not good with not. Good. Yeah. I give it
6.8 out of 10.
Oh wow. Okay, so that'd be like 2.5 stars. No.
I give it 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5, yeah, that's respectable. Yeah, out of 5,
high 3 out of 5. Yeah,
okay.
Like I'm giving it there to be generous.
Okay.
It's not a 2 though. It's not a 2.
Not a 2. All right, yeah. I got you. All right, cool. Yeah, I went to see Transformers 1 with your cousin, your cousin Cairo. And since you already gave us a review on the last episode, all I will say is that Cairo, your 5-year-old cousin, gave it the ultimate compliment. And he said it was better than Godzilla and Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. Mm-hmm. I read a thing where they said that it was this movie just shows that Transformers are probably better suited for animation, and I'm apt to agree with them, because I was like, yeah, if they make more of these, I'll definitely check these out. Like
Yeah.
it was good. It was
The
compelling.
sky's the limits with that. With that.
Yeah. And like just little things. Like I think I told you, I think like when Kyra rewatches this when he's like 12, he'll see it differently. And then if he watches it again when he's like 18, he'll see it differently. Because there's a lot of adult themes in it. I was shocked. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Because I mean, they didn't transform till what, 45 minutes into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were points where I would look at him to make sure he was still interested. Because I was watching
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm sitting there watching it.
Yeah, invested.
Yeah, and I look over.
I think there's color, like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be mean, but there's like vibrant colors and sound, like music and
Yeah.
stuff to keep them.
Yeah, I mean, it was
focused, like
still robots. So,
Yeah.
so he
It's
was good. But I
Yeah.
told you when he tapped me and he went, "Hey," and I went, "What's up, man?" He said, "You haven't said anything all day." And I went, I'm watching the movie. And he was like, I said, "Shh." He was like, "Okay."
Oh my gosh.
You
didn't tell me that.
Yeah, oh, it was amazing. He only talked twice during the movie when he said that to
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
And then like he tapped me and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Look." And we were sitting right underneath the projector and I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty dope." Shh.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay." But
that's
but like
good.
yeah, so I mean, but like I looked over at him when like, Prime became Prime and all that shit,
Yeah.
and he was cheesing real big and everything. So, I said, "What was your favorite part?" And he said, "When he became Optimus Prime." And I was like, "All right." So
I told you that was tough.
yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
And even Megatron's descent into becoming Megatron was like,
It
damn,
was
like
well done.
I get it. Like I get it. Like, yeah, don't sleep on Transformers 1. It was good. It was one. It's top
Mhm.
top 3 best Transformers movies I've seen. For real. So
Respect.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's my review. Check it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I hope it gets more love down the line.
I hope so too, because
Yeah.
it was well done.
Mhm.
Well written. Just yeah. And it wasn't trying to sell us toys.
Mhm.
That was the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, this isn't trying to sell us toys at all. This is just like, a cool movie.
Yeah.
Whereas the very first Transformers movie from when I was a kid really was just trying to sell us toys, but it was still dope. Like that movie only happened because they were discontinuing the first generation Transformers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This
And
is just a whole new line.
Yeah. So that's why they killed Prime and
Well
broke
done
him.
though. And very
Yeah.
crazy they made a movie for that.
They quoted that movie from when I was 10 in Transformers 1.
I know they did.
And
You
they
don't got the touch.
Hey, I said, what? He
Yeah.
said, and I mean, which just goes to show people can hate on the way they want about the first Transformers movie, but they quoted it word for word in the 2007 Transformers, and then they quoted it again in this movie because that movie holds up. I don't care.
It does.
The battle between Megatron and Prime. Phew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of us. What's he say? One of us.
One will rise, one will fall.
They get after it.
He's like, "It's over, Prime." And Prime's like, "Never." See with the double fist. I was like, oh my god. Well, she saw it on one when like Prime came out and he transformed and he brought the gun and they freeze framed it. That's right from the OG movie. I was like, that's right from the OG. I was like, you can't beat that.
They kind of lift, and at the end he lifted.
The Matrix. Yeah,
like he posed like
just like in the movie. Yep.
Yeah,
hey,
he posed just like
that OG Transformer will live. That movie lives for real.
That's good. That's a good movie.
Oh man, see, I could watch You Got the Touch right now, but
that's after Transformers 1. I looked up that scene when Rodimus.
Yeah,
Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime.
Oh, that's dope.
That's the scene I looked up.
Yeah, you look when you hear Prime's voice in the background. He says, "Arise, Rodimus Prime." Yeah.
And then the song starts playing.
You got it. Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
Remember when when Mark Wahlberg was singing "You Got the Touch"? Remember he was when they were he was all coked up and he was like, "You got the touch." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Why would he sing that song?" He was like, "We need the money. We need the money to pay for the demos to get the record deal." He's like, "Then we'll pay you back." I was like, "Oh my god, it's the touch." Oh, that song, yeah. Oh, he said, "Autobots roll out." Mm-hmm. He transformed all slow. Oh man, whew. Yeah. Movie still stays with me. So yeah, anyways, anyways. Well, what I've learned so far this podcast is I probably just don't need to drink. 'Cause
Yeah, I
I'm
was just thinking that
I
too. I
was
was like, you've
thinking,
done this without a
I
drink.
was like,
Yeah.
surprise, surprise. I just act like I'm 14 with or without alcohol. But so, anyways,
We should probably start wrapping it up.
yeah,
But before we do, we can talk about the culture clash
Oh,
cinema or segment.
yes, please. So when last we spoke, I had to pick for Culture Class Cinema,
Yeah.
and I picked The Last Dragon for you to watch. That
Yes.
80s almost blaxploitation.
Almost.
Almost.
It's hides the line.
Yeah, kung fu flick. So please tell me, buddy, your thoughts on Last Dragon.
Oh my, The Last Dragon. Oh man, I love it. I mean, I love it because man, the '80s they had that pure powder.
They did, didn't they?
There's so many actors on that movie.
Oh.
I was like, oh man, they have to be coked up right now. They're just
Oh,
giving
no.
it their all.
Yeah, they were.
Ah man.
Oh,
And I will say, as soon as I saw that, they had the opening credits. What's his
Yeah.
name? Bruce Leroy.
yeah,
It was just him doing punches and kicks, all
yeah,
oiled up,
yeah,
shirtless.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what am I watching?
yeah.
And it said a Motown production. I
Motown,
said,
baby. Barry
okay,
Gordy's.
this
Yeah,
is what
it's
it's gonna be. This is what this movie's gonna be.
Barry Gordy's Last Dragon. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't a parody of Hong Kong movies,
Right.
but it felt like it was.
It felt like, yeah, but it was actually taking itself seriously.
It was taking itself serious. It was a time. It took me like 20 minutes to get into it because at first it had me right with the kung fu opening scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then the next scene just went straight into him dodging the arrows from the master, and he dodged one, and he's like, "You're ready for the next level."
He caught the one without.
Yeah.
you knew without knowing. You knew without
like,
knowing.
And he's like, "You're ready for the next level, the glow."
The glow.
I'm like, "Well, we're going right into this."
Yeah, yeah.
But then the next scene is like him. I didn't know he was already in New York.
Yeah, he came out and he was in the hood. Yeah, it was like,
and I'm like, oh, and then he's like looking for the master, and he's in a theater, and then Show Enough appears. I'm like, wait, the villain's already.
Yeah,
here?
But the fact that he was walking through Harlem with his kung fu gear at the hat, eating noodles with the chopsticks, I was like, this dude's amazing. His level of confidence is so high.
Like, no one was missing.
They were like,
do that in Harlem.
They were like, he crazy. They're like, just leave him be. Leave him be. He thinks he's Bruce Lee. Leave him alone. He thought my skill set's so high, no one will mess with me. But it was like, no, he's crazy. He thinks he's Bruce Lee. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Show Enough.
And it had me then, and then after Showing Up that scene, it showed the scene at the studio and whatnot.
Yeah, the Eddie
which became
Arcadia.
a Motown commercial.
Yeah,
15 minutes. They played that one song.
Oh, Rhythm of the Night. Yeah,
yes, Golden Globe nominated.
It was the whole video.
It was nominated for Golden Globe.
Was it really? Yeah. I'm sure it was.
This is a Golden Globe nominated movie.
Oh my! Shut up. Technically, shut up. Hey, he said, "When I say who's the master, oh, I just love it."
Yeah,
you say
this scene's good. This opening scene's good. Yeah.
But he was wearing like the Shogun
football pads, shoulder pads.
Yeah, like, but it looked like he was like, like a samurai. It was great. I was like, this is so great. Where did they get
funny?
These? Oh man, he had his hair in the top knot. Oh
yeah.
How can you not love it?
Yeah.
Oh man, they need to remake that, buddy. I'm telling you. They could.
That'd be funny.
They could.
To do an actual serious
and do it seriously. Yeah, do it serious. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
But he gotta say show enough. He gotta be show.
He gotta be shown off. They could do that. They could pull that off. Yeah. But it was fun. It was a fun movie. I do wish the choreography was a little bit better.
Yeah,
Like
well,
Bruce Leroy was good.
oh, he's legit, but the other
Yeah,
guy,
he's legit.
he can't.
No, yeah, I wanted the epic fight, you know? Like
Yeah,
the big fight at the end with the little kid and then
yeah,
the other
yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah, that's
That
Ernie Reyes. That dude's a beast.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
okay." Like, I was
yeah,
all
yeah.
about
No,
that.
no, Ernie Reyes. He fights his dad in that movie. One of the people he fights, I think the
Oh,
guy that he
really?
runs up to and he does the flip and kicks him in the head.
Yeah.
Remember, that's his dad. Like he runs and like
Oh,
the guy grabs him and he like ends up flipping. That's his
yeah. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Ernie Reyes he's legit. I follow him on
Yeah.
Instagram. Like
I
he's
just thought it
still
was funny because like, he showed up out of nowhere, and
yeah.
then they kept showing him, and then he started fighting. I was like, "Where's he
Yeah,
been all
where's he
movie?"
been this whole? He can actually fight, but
Yeah.
did they just him and the dude Jesse?
Yeah.
Remember they did the thing, they did the little handshake and
Mhm.
everything. They
Yeah.
were just somewhere together. They just popped up somewhere. It was on Instagram, and they saw each other and they did the thing. They did their whole little handshake
Mhm.
and shit. And I was like, that's dope. That's dope.
Mhm.
But yeah, the fucking Last Dragon was like etched in my brain for like years. Like, and I loved Vanity. I loved her.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
she was pretty.
She was an ex
Yeah.
print. You know her story, right? She
No.
was supposed to be Apollonia's character in Purple Rain,
Oh.
and her and Prince split up. So he
Oh.
said,
She dated Prince? I didn't know that.
yeah, she dated Prince, and she had a group called Vanity Six. And
Okay.
if you look at the songs, your Aunt Sarah's geeking right now. If you're if you look at the songs, they were written and produced by I think Jamie Starr, and she'll correct me, but I'm thinking it was Jamie Starr.
Yeah.
That was Prince's pseudonym. There were artists and songs that
Yeah.
he wrote that he just wrote under a different name. So he produced like Vanity Six. He dated Vanity. They split up before Purple Rain, so they cast Apollonia instead of Prince. I mean, instead of Vanity, and then Vanity went on to make Last Dragon, Action Jackson, and some really other bad movies. And she died a few years ago.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2016. I
Yeah,
think.
she ended up, finding the Lord, became an evangelist, and she died.
Mhm.
But yeah, I loved her. I thought she was just a baddie, and yeah, she talked about the purity of the powder back in the 80s. She talked about it. Yeah,
I couldn't tell her she was on it. She did a good job hiding
yeah,
that.
yeah. She dated a member.
Everyone else I could clearly tell.
She dated Tommy Lee from Motley Crue before Pamela Anderson did. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
No wonder she
Yeah.
found the Lord.
Yeah, he hit her with that hammer of God. She was like, "Oh, I need Jesus."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a dirty
yeah.
fellow.
Dirty, that's a dirty fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty rotten scoundrel.
Yeah, I'm pretty
But-
sure him and another guy from Motley Crue had a contest to see how long they could go without taking a shower. Like who would break first
Oh,
while on tour.
Oh no.
You know what they're doing on tour.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's just funk. This is funk.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know how long they lasted.
I don't want to
I
know.
don't know how long they lasted.
Ooh.
That's all. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
grimy.
he's gross.
Yeah, he's gross. He's gross. But yeah. But so all in all, you enjoyed it. It wasn't
I
like
did.
it's not a cinematic masterpiece by any means. But,
No. It was fun.
well,
It was fun.
this week, as we agreed, your mother will be making the choice for us. And she forgot.
I was looking forward to it.
And I reminded her, and she was,
Okay.
and you would have looked like it would have looked like her reaction was like, "Hey, babe, we got 20 people coming over for dinner tonight. What are you making?" Like she was like, "Oh no, I
that's
forgot." And I was like, "Babe, really no pressure, babe. Just
Yeah.
we have time. If you think of something, just let me know."
Yeah.
So your mother came to me right before we started recording, and she said the movie she would like for us to watch is Edward Scissorhands.
Oh wow, that's
And
surprising.
And I said, I think he may have seen it. And she was like, "Oh," I said, "We'll still watch it." I was like, "We'll still watch it."
Yeah.
And then she said, "That's one of my favorite movies." And I was like,
Wow, I'm
So,
really surprised.
I think your
No.
mom is like low key a Tim Burton fan and doesn't know.
I know,
because Beetlejuice is literally her favorite movie.
Yeah, that's tripping me out.
So like, I'm like,
I didn't know she liked that movie so much.
What, Beetlejuice?
No, Edward Scissorhands.
I've been with your mom 26 years, and I'm today years old. Okay, I am literally. She said it's one of my favorite movies, and I was just like, oh, okay, like, okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, that's I
seeing
enjoy that.
seeing
So,
how it holds up, and seeing like maybe your mom will do a guest appearance. Man, maybe we should have saved this for episode 100. But anyways, but so yeah, I guess did you know, buddy?
Oh God.
Yeah, that not only am I current,
You want to say this for another episode, or
I mean, we
can go on a rant.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I'll just say, Jujutsu Kaisen has come to an end.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
For better or for worse. We'll put a pin in that for next episode because it deserves a rant.
Yeah, because I just know we can both go on this for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this about anime in the anime corner. I am still currently watching One Piece. Still dope. Week to week sucks, but it's still dope. I'm reading the manga week to week. It's still dope. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I hope it's not. That Oda said he could keep writing until like 2027. And I don't want that.
I believe it.
I want him to complete the story in a natural way, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do week to week for 2 more years.
So it's not that you don't have faith in him.
No, it's not that I don't have faith. Yeah, it's hard waiting a week. It's hard waiting a week. It is.
Yeah.
And secondly, about anime, I'm 3 episodes away from finishing season 3 of Attack on Titan. Your beloved. And at this point, I will say that it lives up to all of your hype.
Thank you.
It's one of the best animes I've ever watched in my life. I feel like if there a horror classification for anime though, because I feel like
there is. I don't know the name, but there is.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is so gross sometimes, but I just watch it. Like when they were fighting that giant Titan and its guts just
colossal?
felt not the colossal, the you know the one. Came out the basement, drug its face across.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
By the time it got to the wall, remember its whole front was ground away.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, but when they stood up, its whole intestines just fell like bleh, and I was just like, that's nasty. But but yeah, Attack on Titan. Yeah. So any of my anime heads out there, you're probably like, yeah, no kidding, Matt. But I do know a few people who have passed on it a couple times, and I'm telling you,
shameful.
Yes, I mean, storytelling wise, pacing wise, animation wise, it's. I mean, I told what I texted you last night. That shit broke my heart. I said, "Damn." Damn. But then the next episode, I was like, "Oh, okay." but I was
conversation though. It was a good debate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it really was.
Who would you have picked? Would you have picked Armin or Erwin?
I would have picked Armin, and I thought because Erwin knew his time was up, and Armin, he recognized earlier in that the importance of Armin. You know what I mean? But then when Aaron broke it down and was like, we wouldn't have done this, and this without Armin. I was like, yeah, he's right. Like I was like, this dude just kept saying charge. I was like, again,
he just got you hype. He just
got you hype. But this dude actually had the plan. I was like, yeah, he's right. Yeah. So I mean, and I thought, I was like,
how about them feeding Burnt Holt?
Yeah, to Armin.
Wasn't that sad?
I mean, but that's the thing we were talking about. Attack on Titan, it's so gray. It's so gray. Like, that they're the bad guys, but then you're like, but are they? Like, it's like, you're like,
you still don't know why they did what they did.
You're like, but it's like, they're just like, look, we're doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
But since our job is to come here and kill you, we don't have to tell you why. Like, so they're like, but we have a reason for what we're doing. And I'm like, and then you look at the other side that the scouts and everybody are fighting for, they're as crooked as can be too. So it's like, You got this group in the middle who's fighting a battle that may not even be like worth fighting. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. I have hope that Aaron and Makasa and Orman get a happy ending. I need them to have a happy. I need it, bud. I need it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, because man, when she said, "You wrap your scarf around my neck," and he said, "I'll always be here to wrap your scarf around your neck." I said, "That's right." That's
Damn.
right. And then when right before he let out the scream, that like right before he like stopped them with his voice, when they were sitting on the ground, and I was like, she's about to kiss him in a little fight.
Oh yeah.
I was like, she's about to. I was like,
she thought she was gonna die.
I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, she about to do.
Yeah.
Because that girl, like, you know what part made me laugh was when he was walking with the queen carrying the stuff.
Yeah.
And she just rolled up on him and was like, took the things off him. And she's like, you need to go rest. I was like,
she got jealous.
I was like, she's jealous right now. That's funny. So yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Did she become queen?
Krista.
Yeah, Krista.
Historia.
Did they have that ceremony and stuff?
Yeah, she's queen. She's queen. I can tell you exactly where I'm at.
Did they they had the whole thing, the ceremony, and like everyone bowed to her or whatnot?
Yeah, and then she was out in the country and she's like raising.
Did Aaron kiss her hand?
Did Aaron kiss her hand? Maybe they didn't have They already had a ceremony, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But and then she punched Levi. Like, I'm the queen. Yeah. Then Levi was like, thanks, I needed that, because his backstory was dark as hell. And but right now, literally, I mean, Armin died, then he got injected, then he ate the colossal.
Yeah.
And the next episode I'm going to watch is called what? The Basement. So
you didn't watch it yet?
No, I went to bed because I was like, my plan was to watch the last 3 episodes of the season today, but I actually had to do some stuff around the house, so I never got to it. So I'm going to watch
that right now.
Yeah, when we're done, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, so because I mean they give you answers this season. So I'm
You're finally at the basement.
Yeah, so at the base, I was like, because the one girl was like, oh yeah, we forgot about that. I was like, yeah, you guys have got very sidetracked from the basement. Like as soon as they went to go to the basement the first time, the female showed up and they got sidetracked. Yeah. You know, and then they had to catch her, and everything is like, so now they're fine.
Yeah, then they found out their own government's corrupt. Yeah,
corrupt.
Something's going on there,
and they have
preventing them from the basement,
and they have a coup, and it's like,
yeah.
It's been a while. So it but I like that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. But that's all I have. Yeah.
Me too. Well, I'm glad you're checking it out. You know.
I'm gonna jump on.
Check out Penguin.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch these 3 episodes and then I'll focus on Penguin this week.
Okay.
And we'll be ready. But I think that's it, eh?
Yeah, I think we did a lot.
Yeah. And so until next time, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
And thank you for your patience, and thank you for listening.